Well, good morning, my regular urban survivors. I hope you're all doing bloody well, and welcome along to another episode of Draw With Mikey, episode 91. Guys, this is one of those super early in the morning recordings. I am really tired to the point that my stomach feels kind of weird. You know when you're so tired, your body just feels a little bit fucked up. But anyway, just wanted to kind of get that out of the way, because you're probably going to hear a lot of these kind of pauses and snoozes and weeps, but there's nothing wrong. I'm just really sleepy, and we'll pick up, I'm sure, as we go along. For those of you not in the know, hi, welcome. This is the super casual midweek series on the channel, where it's my opportunity to catch up with you lovely lot by reading through the comment section. We can talk about whatever. Maybe there's a theme or a topic, or maybe you've got some questions, or maybe you just want to share what's going on with your life, or want some help and feedback on stuff and things. With any luck, I can be of some use. Last week. Oh God, last week's question. I was asking you guys for some examples of sexy ladies from action cinema or cinema in general. So you might find that as I'm reading through your comments in today's episodes, a lot of it is just me shouting out actors and actresses and taking notes. But that's why I haven't really thought up a themed question for this morning, because I'm kind of just crying a lot, because it's so, have you ever just woken up and started crying? Not because there's anything wrong at all, but it's so early, like your tear ducts just kind of go so I'm doing a lot of that. Also, guys, okay, really quick side note, because we need to talk about this, because I'm experiencing it right now. This is my coffee. I didn't tap the glass, I just had a sip. I should have explained. But somebody was talking about this. Have you ever heard of the Keto Diet? Keto, I think it is. Basically, I'm not doing that at all, don't worry, because apparently it's really serious stuff and it can mess you up a bit as well. Like, you have to do it properly. But through learning about the Keto Diet, I discovered that this is a genuine thing. Some people put butter in their coffee. Has anybody heard of this? Anyway, so needless to say, after discovering this morning I've put a tablespoon of grass-fed butter into my coffee, and I'm sipping it, and it's like coffee that's got too much cream in it, or creamer, and then the aftertaste is just pure butter. It's not as nice as I'd hoped it might be, guys. So I don't know what we're going to do for this Rambling Hours episode. However, that's enough time wasted explaining what's going on here. The most important part is I want to see what's going on with you guys. Maybe you're working on some artwork in the background. In my background, have been doing some more work online, on and off stream, for Mikey the Gathering cards, the card game that we're kind of doing on, don't even ask, it's just a live stream thing that's going nowhere. But one of the cards that I was doing, we kind of spent a bit more time on it. It was a kind of a JoJo themed Necromancer kind of thing, so that's probably what I've got running in the background for today's episode. What are you guys working on? Let's get in the comments, let's find out in general. Hinata Huga last week said, I love the Draw With Mikeys, it helps me with different poses and how to make them. Oh dude, excellent. I'm really glad if you're just kind of cracking on with your own artwork as well. And Chibi Tsukoshi says, make a video about different female anime poses please. Chibi, that is a very good idea. Actually, that's a really important thing that I think we've kind of mentioned before, but I have not done a tutorial on, in terms of poses and gestures. If you're doing like, I'm just going to move my buttery coffee out of the way a sec. If you're doing, I feel like I want to throw up. If you're doing like oh my God, this is it. It's just massively derailing myself. If you feel like you're doing a character design or like a concept art for a character, I appreciate you kind of have to have them standing up relatively normally, he says. Basically nothing too intricate so that you can quite clearly see the design. That's the main focus, front and back. But when you're just doing more kind of visual art, or maybe something like a more conceptual scene, but you're no longer worrying about the character design specifics, then yeah, you can really get into poses and all sorts, or with your own characters at home, because a good pose should describe ideally the character behind it a little bit. If you're drawing a really shy character, then maybe they've got shy poses, their body language is going to be a little bit different. There's some really good stuff that you should be thinking about inside of that sort of thing. So yes, Chibi, one day further down the line, Sensor Fuckional says, OMBB, marry me. Oh my baby, I get. I'm not sure what that stands for. I'm assuming that's in reference to the Yoko Littner slow fan art that we did last episode ago. Let's just have a little sip of this. I can see bits of fats from the butter, like, pooling at the top of the coffee. It tastes okay, but it goes down and like it tastes a bit greasy, and then the aftertaste is definitely butter. Why do people do this on the keto diet? It's something about doing your metabolism, having lots of fats and no carbs. Whereas I'm not doing that diet, I'm just putting butter in stuff just to see what it happens. Avenion says, yet again, my favourite YouTuber uploaded again. Oh, thank you very much, Avenion, that's kind. I've been asking this for weeks, but could you please draw Yamanaka from Naruto, please? Thanks, Mikey. Yamanaka, yeah, I'm sure I made a note of that last time. I'm just going to put it into my notepad this time around, Avignon. And goddamn says, it has been quite some lonely nights without you streaming lately, but the DWM also works great. Goddamn, yeah, DWMs are like the closest, most interactive thing I think we can do on YouTube so far, other than live streaming, obviously. But you continue to ask, also, have you only watched Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, or have you also watched Fate Zero? Because that one is also phenomenal and got me absolutely hooked on the Fate franchise. Hashtag Hardcore Crew. God damn, only Unlimited Blade Works that I've seen. So we mentioned this last week, but people had to go at me for doing that. So I appreciate I need to watch just Fate, the original. And then Fate Zero, perhaps, if it really is that visually pretty, because Unlimited Blade Works was beautiful, as I mentioned last week, even if I didn't massively understand towards the end what everybody's intentions were. Elmer's Glue says, when it comes to attractive females in film, oh great, I gotta say the old school Audrey Hepburn still holds a place in my heart from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Elmer's Glue. Oh, last week when I asked you guys, please tell me about your favourite actors and actresses from film, or the hottest ones, just in case I'm going to do any, character studies and sketches. I want to know who's good out there. In the back of my head, I did just think one of the most beautiful women is Hepburn from back in the day, and I wonder if anybody would mention it. And she's done like loads of charity work on women's rights stuff. She's really good. So I'm surprised that's actually the first one I've read out of all of the options. So Elmer's Glue, get yourself a can of Coke, dude. You're doing really well. Although I'm going to just drop back into a little bit of a snooze. And continuing from the previous week's topic, another really good example of anime visuals is JoJo's Part 5 teaser animation. Oh, I'm nowhere near Part 5 yet, Elmer's Glue, but thank you. I'm just going to stick that in there as well. Although very on topic, seeing as right now the Necromancer... What was the keywords that I got off Twitch from one of the subs? It was Necromancer... sexy or hot and strong or something like that, but I did use a JoJo's reference. I looked at a picture of cars from JoJo's Part 2, and now I'm like, I'm really into JoJo again. But not the joke, because obviously we've talked about watching Stardust Crusade. That's all fine. Like, stands are really big these days, I understand. I probably personally, and I know Stardust Crusade has got some fucking great moments, but I think personally I might have had more fun with JoJo's Part 2. Don't put my name to that, but I think that's where the magic really, really kicked off for me personally, and especially with the soundtrack and stuff, and like the Pillar Men. I don't know. I think it just really, really worked for me. A little bit more than stands do, but we'll see how we go. There's some replies to Elmer's Glue thing, but it's Trinity, so that's absolutely fine. Chief Hydra says Charlize Theron for the win. Oh, okay, so no specific film that she's in, Chief Hydra, but I will take your suggestion nonetheless. Because she is quite something, and she's one of those actresses who's not afraid to get her hands dirty, because she's obviously clearly an incredibly beautiful individual, but she's one of that actresses who isn't afraid to make herself ugly for a role, isn't afraid to get her hands dirty, so she's got gumption. I respect that. Thomas Troost says, thanks for the videos, man, these help me stay motivated and keep me at drawing. Oh, Thomas, you're welcome, dude. That's absolutely fine. I mean, this is, I was going to say this isn't the best example, but this is probably the most common example, me recording really, really early in the morning. I was going to say, I'm sorry I'm not really hyper and active right now, but a great big thank you to anyone who does listen along with this series as well, whilst getting things done. Sometimes you got Mikey just crying and being really tired in your ear holes, and sometimes you got me being a bit more active and intrigued, or maybe a mix of both in an episode. Contemplate Tech says, hello there, good sir. Hey, Contemplate Tech. I haven't seen any really hot ladies in film lately, but I can think of one whose style I dig. Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Great movie, awesome girl. And on another note, you get a bunch of suggestions of what to draw, but I would like to turn the tables. Please suggest something for me to draw. Anything or anyone, just something from your mind. I'll try to complete it and tag you on Instagram or something. Thanks for your awesome vids and great personality. Contemplate Tech. You've charmed me despite writing a bit of an essay. Excellent. PSC anime you mentioned was Redline. Oh, Dead Leaves TV. Oh, TV Head and Panda. Oh, I've got it. Okay, the anime that I was trying to remember last time was called Dead Leaves. Thank you very much. You're right, it was. And it had TV Head and Panda. Is that what they were called? Crazy anime. Very, very cool. Contemplate Tech. Yeah, it is a crazy anime. Oh my god, it was. All right. This is it's not even a question. It's not even a challenge because you're not going to win anything. But if anybody wants to draw a guitar playing cyborg shark, it can be any type of shark, it can be any degree of cybernetics, just one arm, maybe a fin, maybe full cyborg, and acoustic or electric guitar is absolutely fine. But if anybody wants to sit down and just do a really quick scribble of a guitar playing cyborg shark and tag me on Instagram or Twitter, then great, that can just be something you guys do this week, and maybe I'll mention which of my favourites next week or something like that. There we go, that's what we've got instead of a question. Would anybody like to do a guitar playing cyborg shark? And tag me in it so I can take a look, including obviously yourself, Contemplate Tech. Amber Schaefer says, totally old school. Well, I am. Kim Basinger. Yes, honourable mentions include Bo Derek, Brigitte Bardot, Aubrey Hepburn, and Mae West. Amber Schaefer. Yes, yes, yes. Such lovely ladies. By the way, if you're new, you might just think, whoa, God, what the fuck is this weird voiced chauvinist taking down women's names like they're pieces of meat and stuff like that? Oh, seriously, that's not my, just in the off chance somebody doesn't know me. That's not my intention, dude. We're looking for a beautiful lady. I know nobody said it, but just in case. We're looking for just beautiful ladies. I'll take beautiful men. That's absolutely fine. Any suggestions are welcome. But deep down, we do know somebody's character is a bit more than just how they look. But visually, for drawing people in artwork, looks can be a focus. So don't hate, celebrate. Yaizu or Jesu says, have you ever been addicted to a mobile game? And if yes, what game was it? Also, if it's not a problem, could you draw Takako from Azure Lane in the future? Stay cool and keep your beard unshaven. Jaizu, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Takao from Azure Lane. I'm going to take that suggestion. I'm going to say right now that I had a shave last week. My stubble is just on the cusp of becoming beard, but I do shave every now and then. I'm terribly sorry to let you in on a horrible secret, especially when it's sunny. I want a bit of sunshine on my cheeks, but my beard grows back very quickly. I'm not a very manly man, I'll admit that, I don't mind. But when it comes to facial hair, like, I am 100% man. Like, I can just make that beard happen. It's no trouble for me. So, thank you very much. We will leave it unshaven. What was the other bit? Oh, God. Side story. Oh my god, guys, addicted to a mobile game. So yes, I have just one, and I don't really want to think about it, but once a few years ago we went to Ibiza. This is something I do a lot of with my friends, and the hotel that we went to, it was all like bullshit inscription, but this particular one didn't have a TV in our room. The toilet was broken as well, but we got it fixed. So we didn't have a TV, and one of our mates had this fucking mobile game called Peggle Blast, P-E-double-G-L-E, Peggle, yeah, I think it's Peggle Blast or Peggle something, where basically, you just fire, at the bottom of the screen you fire balls out of a gun and they bounce around the screen, except they're bouncing around like this maze of other shapes, and you've got to break stuff in certain orders, and all these traps and things come in. Anyway, out of, I think there was maybe 6 of us or 5 of us, all but one of us downloaded that game to pass for time, and just, it was all you could hear were just the sound effects all day long from Peggle Blast. All day, it would just be really hot. We'd be sitting inside in the cool room. Everyone's really hungover and low energy, quietly playing Peggle Blast until, evening, and then we'd have dinner and go clubbing all night. I don't ever want to see that game again. Such a fucking... it was really addictive, and you have to change the time on your phone to trick it into unlocking levels. But yeah, we got into that deep, and I don't want anything to do with it ever again. Spend Money says these poses really help. Oh, excellent, Spend Money. And Dirks074 says Dead Leaves is the anime that you're looking for in the beginning. Also, my favourite actress in the film would be Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intentions. Dirks! Sarah Michelle Gellar. You know what? There's a part of me that wants to rewatch Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the beginning. I feel like there might be some good drawing merit in that, just to see what's going on. But yeah, great suggestion. Mr. Shadow says, I've been watching you for a while, but I've only resubbed recently. YouTube unsubscribed me a while ago whenever they did some updates. Well, Mr. Shadow, no worries at all, dude, and welcome back into the fold. Anyway, I'm drawing a bit now. What tablet would you recommend for a small book bag? Mr. Shadow, I happen to have just done a review for a very small tablet, which was a Huion H430p. It is a really casual, it's like a it's like the sketchbook equivalent of just having a tiny notebook to draw in. It's not as bad as I thought. You can get artwork done. I would still recommend going for something a little bit bigger if you're already somebody who knows they like drawing digitally. But don't forget, if you're following me on Instagram and you're subscribed to Mega 2, you're in with a shot of winning a Galmon M106K graphics drawing tablet, which I'm announcing the winner for at the end of the week. So have a look through my other reviews as well, dude, and see if there's anything there that you like the look of. Hopefully there'll be a view. So I won't list it all now. That's why I've made those other videos, really. Keshav Colonel says, I don't have any idea about what's going on in Hollywood or any movie industry, but I like that white-haired princess from Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 1. Keshav, yeah, you're talking about Daenerys Targaryen, played by... Oh god, I nearly said Eliza Dushku. Played by... oh, fuck it, you know, whatever her name is. It's fine, she's an individual. Oh, no, I do know what her name is. Damn it, I'm going to have to look it up. I am going to have to look it up. Dany from Game of Thrones. Played by Queen Daenerys Targaryen, also known as Dany or Stormborn. Oh god, it's just telling me about the character, but not the actress. And this actress was Emilia Clarke. Jesus Christ, that took me way too long, guys. I'm sorry. She was also in that really, really bad Terminator movie. Oh my god, this is so sad. We live in a time, right, in my day, guys, right, old school time, and anybody who's anywhere near my age or older, you know, you're probably nodding away agreeing. In my day, franchises or like series of films were the majority really, really good. In my day, there were 2 Terminator movies, and they were both great. So the Terminator franchise was strong. There were 3 Star Wars films, and they were all brilliant. The franchise was strong. There are 3 Indiana Jones films. You know, you get the point. And unfortunately now, more and more goes in, and they're all just subpar, and it dilutes the strength of their overall worlds. So when I say that really, really bad Terminator movie, I realise that from some people's perspectives, I could be talking about one of 3 different not very good Terminator films, and that just makes me really sad. The majority of Terminator isn't good, whereas it used to be the majority. Oh my god. Anyway, I don't want to... It's just an old person's thing, do you know what I mean? I just want to... It's an early morning moan. Emilia Clarke. Anyway, she's hot. Good suggestion. Orange Sky says, Mikey, you're the best. Thank you very much, Orange Sky. That's too kind. Keep uploading more tutorials, please. We love you. Dude, hope you guys enjoyed the children's tutorial I did last weekend. Because I'd had loads of requests to do children's tutorials, so I was like, yeah, fine, we'll do one about drawing kids. I also had a lot of requests for just like teachers to do lollies and lolicon, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm not going to do any kind of sexualized children, thank you very much. But as I was doing the children's tutorial, I knew regardless, like the comment section was going to be a riot, and I had a quick look down there, and I was just like, oh, so many comments are just like, you know, like you hear like an explosive charge go off downstairs and the FBI comes storming in, or like it's all a big FBI ruse, my entire channel, just to catch people. So yeah, I don't know, I don't mind all that shit, because like you know, that's the first thing people are going to think of if they've got like a really filthy mind like I do. But it is a legit like how to draw children's tutorial. I'm not going to take the piss when it comes to like kids getting sexualized or any shit like that. Like, don't get me wrong, the moment we have an anime or manga character and they're 18, boom, we're going to get some sexy arts and draws going all over the boat. But I've no wish to associate myself into that danger territory either. And Nahi Avalos says, for the next Draw With Mikey, how do you create different poses? Did you use your mind to create references, or can you show us how to come up with unique poses? By the way, I love you. I mean, I love your videos. Nervous laugh. Nahi Avalos, I hope you're saying your name correctly. Dude and or dudette, references all the time. Yeah, you can reach a point where you know your anatomy and your surface directions and stuff, and you can just draw a character. I can do that as well, maybe not amazingly, but I could do that if I wanted. However, I'm not at a stage where it's perfect, and you're going to get so much more out of looking at real people. Don't necessarily look at other anime for your poses, but look at real human beings for poses reference and all sorts of stuff. You could go on like DeviantArt, there's Pax, Pinterest, Shutterstock, loads of places online. The moment you see somebody in an interesting pose, if you can, stick it on a folder on your computer of just really interesting poses and then use them as reference for your designs later. Greyfight23 says, sorry, I can't choose just one. Let's go for Milja Jokovic, Lilu. Oh, Greyfight. Get yourself a can of Coke, mate. Mila Jovovich these days is very deeply synonymous with Resident Evil, I'm sure you'll know. And fans that like the Resident Evil film series, not the games, tend to be the same kind of fans that like the Underworld series and stuff like that. Not here to judge or shame, but, you know, it's just a particular style. Not massively my kind of style. However, Mila Jovovich, Lilu Dallas Multipass, god damn it, that is brilliant. In fact, Lilu Dallas Multipass, I'm going to have to use that as a Twitch gif or something because it's so good. Missy Pyle from Galaxy Quest. Oh my god. Missy Pyle was like the first example of me like finding an alien attractive, if that makes sense. Catherine Zeta-Jones, Mask of Zorro, and Zoe Saldana from Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yes, Grey Fight 23. Well done you. Stealing all your examples, obviously. Spickle Nick says, Mikey, inspiring me to draw again and finish and start my new artworks. Thanks and never stop. Spickle Nick. Absolutely, guys. Like, part of the intentions... I can't, like, oh my goodness, let me just stop talking and have a sip of this coffee. Nearly got tongue-tied. So part of my intentions with the DWM, I'm not sure if it was the intention from the beginning, but it's certainly evolved into this, is that this is like a companion thing. For me personally, I get to catch up with you guys, read your comments and see who's around on the channel. It's great for me because it puts a face, if that makes sense, to you guys. Like, it's not just views from my perspective. There's actually a crowd of you lot and we get to interact. That's way more fun than the alternatives. And maybe for you guys, it's a bit useful just to know that I'm sitting down and doing a load of artwork, and maybe you've got a lot of artwork or anything, any homework, any projects, any life plans that you need to sit down and crack on with. So, like, you know, have me talking in the background maybe whilst you get on. That's kind of what this whole series is for. That's why I don't play any music on top of what we do here in the midweek series, just because I know a lot of you artists like to play your own music as well in the background. Sometimes, though, I'm a bit more active sounding, a bit more alive. And sometimes, depending on how early in the day I have to record it to get it out in time, I'm a bit more dead to the world. Bob Vina, but thank you, Spickle Nick, nonetheless. Bob Vina says, Kate Beckinsale and Underworld. Oh my god, speak of the devil. We're only 2 comments away from Mila Jovovich, and we have got an Underworld comment. Kate Beckinsale, by the way, is uber hot. That's fine. Thank you. Zoe7 Jack says, Mikey, you need to show the settings that you use that enables you to draw in Photoshop, because I'm learning to draw digitally like you. Nice one. Oh, sorry, I just stopped myself from burping. By the way, congratulations on 300k subscribers. I remember the days of 2015 when I discovered you drawing with your Final Fantasy sexy girl drawings. Oh, Joe7 Jack, thank you so much. Yeah, wow, that is... Wait, you're an old schooler. That's really cool. Dude, Photoshop settings. The way I usually start with anything on Photoshop, unless it's like for a thumbnail for YouTube, is I go to an A3 sheet of paper and I have it 300 DPI, 300 dots per inch size, and then I just kind of really work from there. Bloom HD says, Mae West, 10 out of 10, wholesome dame. Mae West. I'm both going to copy to keep, but also go into Google on another tab, just so I can put a face to that name. Mary Jane Mae West was an American actress, singer, playwright and screenwriter, comedian, and a sex symbol whose entertainment career spanned 7 decades. Born 1893, died 1980. Oh, rest in peace. Excellent. Oh, she's got a very distinctive nose, Mae West. But I like it. Oh my god, she's got some real bouffant haircuts. Excellent. She's kind of like, when I see Mae West like that, she's reminding me of like, is it Jean Harlow? Is that another actress from a similar era? But anyway, very well done for giving me a real old schooler suggestion. It wasn't Audrey Hepburn, Bloom. Well done, Bloom HD. Keeper Petty says, hottest women in movies are either Mena Suvari in American Beauty or Arnold Schwarzenegger in Conan the Barbarian. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Conan the Barbarian, I wouldn't quite describe as a hot woman in film, although, you know, he does have long hair. But absolutely, he is like a fucking tower of a man. Did you know that I think it was the first Conan, but when they were getting ready to do the filming for that, Arnold Schwarzenegger had to stop working out his biceps for a bit, because his biceps and his tries, because apparently his arms were so big that he couldn't properly swing the sword around in some of the scenes where they wanted to just show him practicing with the blade. It just, his massive fucking arms were just like knocking about the place. Fantastic. What a guy. Anyway, let's have a quick look at Mena Suvari, because again, that's not ringing any bells immediately for me. I did watch American Beauty like a billion years ago, back when we were allowed to watch... what's that guy's name? Like, everybody loves him. He hates women. He's always clearly hated women. And he's, Kaiser Soze, spoiler alert, from The Usual Suspects. And also, he was in American Beauty, but I guess... Oh! Yeah, okay. That's really weird. Like, it's weird because I both recognise her and yet don't recognise having watched her in any films. Obviously, she was an American Beauty, but it's been a long, long time since I've seen that film. I remember, like, all the petals, and then I remember a College Humor skit about, I think it's Zach from College Humor eating the Tide Pods. It's all really, really weird. Anyway, thank you, Kebari. Mary, I do apologise. This is definitely one of those stuttering, starting and topping. Oh my god! Stuttering, starting and stopping morning ones today. So worse than usual. At its best, the DWMs aren't good. At their worst, they're just a nightmare. But thank you so much for listening along, guys. I bloody love you. Mary Match 2, Senpai Meme 2, says, Hi, Mikey. Have you ever considered trying to animate? Because I love animating. And one of my favourite attractive females in film has got to be Angelina Jolie. AJ? Yeah, she's always a good shout. And also, like, because... Not to devalue them, but there's lots of beautiful women in the world. Some of them, however, are really cool because they do like loads of stuff on the side. Like Angelina Jolie is like, wasn't she like a massive UNICEF supporter? She did loads of stuff for women's rights, loads of stuff just for human rights in general. Loads of stuff for charity. She seems pretty cool in my book. Very classy lady. Undead Rose says, honestly, I've got to say the hottest actress for me is Bex Taylor Klaus. I first found her when I saw Scream, and my gay ass was like, I like androgynous girls now. Just me or just me? Great episodes, always fun to draw along to. Undead Rose. Wow, going androgynous for Taylor K. Klaus. Now I have to... Bex Taylor Klaus. There we go. I'm just going to copy C and then paste... Yeah, she does have a really androgynous vibe. Was she in Scream? I don't remember any of that. Wait, is she playing... Is she in one of the... the girl who kicked the Hornet's Nest, those series of books? In a load of Google image search results, she looks just... I swear to God, she looks just like Lisbeth Salander. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. Maybe it's just that style. But yeah, for an androgynous boy girl, she's cute. That's good. I'll add her to the list. Why not? All answers accepted. Gino Rodriguez says, I miss your traditional drawings, but your draws are still amazing. Gino, thank you very much. Yeah, I do appreciate a lot more of the DWM content these days is digital. I do, by reflection, work a little bit more digitally, and that's kind of gone hand in hand when I started hanging out on Twitch, because I don't have a second web camera to also point at my desk if I was going to work in my sketchbook. So a lot of my production has been on the screen because I can use screen capture. Excuse me a minute. Ooh, I just didn't want to burp directly at you there, guys. Oh, let's have some coffee. So rich and buttery. Why did I do that? Basically, yeah, if I can grab another webcam sometime, I need a kind of better one to stare at the desk. Maybe we'll sort that out and get more live stream sketchbook stuff, but that's a slight aside to what you've said. In general, I do still get into the sketchbook. I do still very much like pencil to paper as one of my favourite mediums, but I'm not doing it enough. That is true. I'm supposed to be sketching every day on traditional, even if it's only for half an hour, as well as on digital, but I've not quite kept up with the rules that I've set myself. Brian Sporty says, Mikey, can you recommend the cheapest display drawing tablet? Well, Brian Sporty, the cheapest one that I've ever used is that Huion H430p for my very last review. As for the cheapest display version, I can tell you what they were, but honestly, the cheapest display versions I've used have not been good display tablets. Like, I wouldn't recommend them. So I'm going to let you do your own research and have a look through my tutorials, my reviews even, and have a look there, because I'm not going to give you a breakdown for every tablet. But avoid things like the most entry-level tablet that you can get for any supplier. Like, Huion are a great brand, but I wouldn't really recommend their GT190. Ace Pen's tablets, I don't want to speak badly of people, but then it's like, so, actually Ace Pen HP 2151 was a good drawing tablet, but just had a really shit and out of dated driver setup, and the Ace Pen 2150 was okay. Tyler Harris says, as soon as you said trigger warning and said a man and his dog. I was like, Mikey, no, don't bring it up. Don't you dare. Also, my childhood crush in terms of real life actresses would have to be Lindsay Lohan. As a young boy, I was crushing so hard on her. She used to be smoking hot. Nowadays, it's Scarlett Johansson, hands down. I think I've got a thing for redheads. Excellent. Scarlett Johansson and old Lindsay Lohan. Was she in... was she the third one from Charlie's Angels? There we go. I want to say Cameron Diaz, Lindsay Lohan, and somebody else who is in a really, really shit one-off vampire film, and it really didn't work out for her. And God, damn it, I can't remember her name, even though I used to be a really big fan of her as well. I used to think she was really hot. Bluesy says, hello, just a random passerby here. I love your arts and keep up the great work. Oh, Bluesy, thank you very much for diving into the comment section just for a hello. You're welcome to, and that's really, really kind of you. By the way, guys, obviously I've asked you to draw a guitar-playing cybernetic shark to some degree or another, but remember, this is a complete open board, this series. If you've got anything to say, or you've got any troubles, or you just want to tell me what you're up to, or you've got any questions, ask away. And of course, I don't always get the opportunity, sadly, to read all of your comments in this series, but if I've missed something that you've got to say this week and it's important, then just copy and paste it into next week's episode, and maybe I'll catch it then. Luxvard Opai says, crikey, that's all you've said. So hi Luxvard, thank you. And Mikrom says, to be honest, I don't even know one actor or actress. No worries, dude. Orange Sky says, do a video of detailing sexy anime, please. Detailing? Could you be more specific? And Mog Guerrero says, hey Mikey, hello there Mog. It's been like a year since I started watching your videos and tutorials. Oh dude, and I really wanted to thank you a lot. Oh mate, no, you're welcome, it's cool man. Keep it up with the good stuff. By the way, could you draw a Shantae character? I think they would look great in your style. Shantae? Sweetest taboo. Shantae, let's just put that word into Google image search. Oh, they're like ninjas with really big haircuts. Is this a video game? Ooh, hello. Looks like I can see a still image of somebody having done some Shantae already, and it's it's looking quite naughty. Okay, great. Let's pop back. Like, the video game clearly isn't naughty, but I think someone's done some fan art. Jericho Cross 97 says, sorry in advance, but how do I know when to use thicker lines in my art? Dude, I've done a little bit about line weights as a tutorial. I'm going to do a newer, better one. So watch this space, dude, and I'll come up... Oh, wait. That hasn't worked. It's just done Shantae again. Line weights. Tuto. Excellent, thank you. However, my favourite hot actress is Stephanie Lemlin, but I do enjoy her voice acting as well in certain video games. Stephanie Lemlin? I don't know who this is. Let's... Goodbye, Bex Teller. Ooh, hello. What's she been in? What has she been in? Anyway, I'm just going to add her to the list. This is one of those things where I've got just this list of women's names, and then, like, one day, like, the police will arrest me and they'll put 2 and 2 together, but they'll come up with 5 and they'll be like, yeah, we're pretty sure this guy, he's been collecting swords so that he can go around and kill a list of women or something like that. We need to put him in jail. And I'll be like, no, guys, seriously, I'm just taking names for something completely innocent, I promise. Hashtag sorry for the essay. Okay, Jericho Cross, I'm just going to open up your expanded paragraph and I'm going to give it the old speed read. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so you're basically saying Shine Death is a really good manga to get into, using powers for good, even though his father despises such things, and essentially like godlike powers with particular birthmarks, definitely worth it in the first seasons. By the way, I love double page scenes. Where could you see a huge area such as the main setting? Hashtag hardcore crew, hashtag sip of tea, hashtag notification squad. Jericho Cross, brilliant. So I mumbled my way through your paragraph, but basically what he's getting at is a very particular recommendation, so thank you very much. The way that we use power for good or for evil appears to be a big part of that anime, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's going on there, as for season 1 at least. And I love double page scenes where you can see a huge area such as the main setting. Yeah, in any kind of manga, well, any kind of visually incredible manga, I love it when you just get those 2-page glory spreads of just an incredible, beautiful vista with some crazy shit happening. Yeah, really, really good stuff. I'm not going to say any manga in particular because it's in loads of them, but it's always a pleasing moment. Necrobinus says that movie similar to Redline that you're talking about is called Dead Leaves. It was indeed. Thank you very much, guys, for being Mikey's memory for Mikey, because Mikey's own memory in his head isn't very good. You guys, kids, you're gonna have to be my eyes. Basically, it's like that, but you guys have to be my memory. Thank you. Sebastian Venotico says, you pronounce albedo wrong. Try to say it differently, then read the rest of the comment. Albedo? Anyway, Overlord, thank you. And Colga TV says, boy, I love this channel so much. Colga TV, you're so kind. Welcome. Yawan Van Dyke says, hey, Mr. Mega, do you think you can do a colour tutorial? I know you've done a colouring one, but do you think you can explain the warm and cool colour stuff? I've talked to a good bit of people and I also have this problem. If you have any info, please share with the Mega family. Yawan, yes. Actually, double yes, because I will be doing another colouring tutorial in terms of how I tend to do things. But completely separately, there's a little bit about shading and highlights, which is its own kind of animal in terms of what you do in the colour spectrum and values. And then also a little bit separately about warm and cool palettes and how we kind of pick from warm and cool for secondary lighting and other things and the effect that has on a piece. Yeah, thank you very much for that suggestion. That's good stuff, dude. I will add that up to further stuff. Equestraventus Soccerus says, oh god, speaking of amazing artists on YouTube that might fit with the spirit of the current question, Kirsty Partridge and Emmy Carlia, two amazing artists. Oh, and you also seem to indicate they might be quite pretty artists as well. That's win-win, of course. Okay, let's get these two down as YouTube suggestions for later investigation. And Yori Bremner says, Yori, you've changed your icon. So what are you planning to do on 100th DWM? What a handsome question, Yori. As mentioned before, my plan, I haven't done any research, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine, but I don't know for a fact. My plan for DWM 100 is something like a 12-hour stream. So it's going to be live on YouTube. It wouldn't be fair to do it on Twitch, not for a DWM, but I did at one point think I was going to double stream it, but I don't think you're allowed. So I'm going to do a live stream on YouTube where it'll be a load of digital art and rambling and talking and probably like loads of big breaks in the middle so that I don't go crazy. But that's what I'm thinking of doing, like a really big celebratory one. I don't know if there'll be a giveaway or two in there as well. Yeah, you know what, there should be. Let's do a live stream thing. And there'll be a tablet giveaway in the live stream as well for whoever's kind of hanging around. But I do need to kind of set that up and have a test run and kind of make sure that all kind of works out okay. But that's what I'm hoping in my heart to hearts. Natsu Dragneel says, yo Mikey, how's your day or night? Natsu, how you doing, dude? I'm okay, man. I'm just waking up. As I've explained to you guys in deep detail, I have a mug of coffee here which is got loads of those little islands of fat floating in the top because I put a big wad of butter in it, and it tastes really buttery. Because apparently people do that. Apparently it's called bullet coffee or something. And I wanted to just see what that was like. Turns out it's a little bit rich for me. Anyway, you've never done a tutorial of drawing an American cartoon character in an anime style. If you're not going to do it, then could you please give us some helpful tips? By the way, I love your videos and you're awesome, bro. Peace. Hashtag Hardcore Crew. Hashtag Sipper Natsu Dragneel. Thank you. Great suggestion for a tutorial in the future. I've done a tutorial about gender swapping. We need to do one about real people and how you turn them in. Converting Western comics. There's no one anime style, as we all know. There's no one comic style either. There's kind of this massive spectrum between the two. And really, you can kind of go a long way from one to the other or a really small difference. And that small difference can be as simple as just changing how you draw the character's nose sometimes. So, yeah, it's a really kind of juicy thing to get into because it's very style specific. But I do like the sound of it, and I think we will approach it again. Joel says, the drill penis was in Dead Leaves. Cheers, and I bloody love your Yoko. Oh, double cheers, those toned legs, absolutely. If you ever get a chance to see model Denise Milani in person, go ahead and try not to scare. Photos don't even come close to depicting the sides of those things. Ooh! So she's not like a film actress then, Denise Milani. She's just a model. Just a model, he says. Holy! Oh, yes, okay. See, I've never put a name to her before, but I've definitely seen, like, photos of this lady on Reddit and stuff like that. Holy Jesus. That's... I mean, like, I'm looking and I'm just like, wow, we're going to be doing a lot more fan arts of Tsunade and the big-breasted lady from Bleach, just from this... Oh, my God. I need to get in this girl's Instagram. Crikey. Okay, thank you very much for that suggestion, Joel. The chauvinism levels have just bumped up again. I don't know the names of any of my hottest actors or actresses, but it's just the one from that movie where the character says the thing. Wait, what? Oh, so the way that you describe people is just, it's that girl from that movie where the character says the thing. I don't know if she's an actress or not, but there's an albino girl who I recently saw a photo collection of, and she's pretty enchanting. You're not thinking of, like, I don't know, the lead singer from Royksop or something like that. Maybe I'm biased there. I also find the cosplayer Oki Cosby to be exceptionally beautiful. That'll do. I'll take that suggestion. Let's look at Oki Cosby instead, dude. Because I'm not going to Google search albino actresses for 10 minutes. Just going to be more stuff for the FBI to query. Okay, let's have a quick look. Oh, my goodness. God, I could give you some names of some Hotemac cosplayers, but you guys probably already know way more than I do. Thank you very much, Joel. Excellent. She doesn't just gaze at the camera like she's trying to solve a difficult math problem. She actually smiles and is beautiful. Excellent, Joel. Excellent, excellent. That stuff to me is also very important. Richblade Dragonborn says, "Hi Mikey, great videos my friend." Thank you very much, Richblade. These help me get along drawing even if I don't do it for so long myself. I love you a lot. Oh, right back at you. And also, thank you for catching up with all of us during your personal circumstances. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, no worries dude. It's been just as good for me as it has for you with any luck. I like doing this and it, you know, takes my mind off challenges. Always a highlight for me is when a new video upload of yours comes along. Turned on the notification bell. Anyways, thank you. Your question about who is your favourite actress, actor is interesting. Why? Well, funny thing is I never really had a favourite actress. Oh, fucking hell. Richblade, I've just expanded your comment and you've written a fucking essay. Okay, I'm just going to have to pick out the good stuff. You've got some Hugh Jackman in there. You've got the history of your relationship with film overall and cinema. Oh, fucking hell. Lucy Lawless from Xenia and Petter Wilson from Nikita. I'm just going to take these two. Oh, Jennifer Garner from Alias. Shit! Oh my god! Oh my... I forgot Alias! Richblade, you are forgiven for writing an essay because you've just given me a memory flashback. I used to watch Alias. I fucking forgot that thing ever existed. Alias! Oh... Anyway, guys, I'll let you find that out for yourself. Why did I even watch that? Oh, I can think of a reason. Desert Avenger says, "Hello, Mikey. Keep up the great work." Thank you very much, Desert. How you doing, dude? I think that weird prison anime you're talking about was something made by Studio Trigger, one of their earlier works, but I can't remember more than that. Don't worry, Desert. Everybody's kindly told me it's dead leaves. Cheers. I did do a simple doodle in last week's DWM, hashtag hardcore crew, and you love playing your videos in the background because they're always getting you in a mood to draw. P.S. I'm still waiting on the offer to translate your videos into Spanish. Oh, Desert Adventure. Adventure, yeah, that's what I've gone for. Yeah, if you want to translate any of my most popular tutorials into Spanish subtitles for me, yeah, people request subtitles all the time. Oh, dude, your character's great. Really long-legged. How many heads high is she? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, about 7 heads high, and she looks rich. She looks even taller. But great, dude, you've done really well. That's really, really good. I love the card you open midway, so you get like all the schoolgirl vibe. Yes. Yes, very well skilled. Yeah, if you want to... Dude, if you want to like just go onto my popular uploads and find whatever the most popular tutorial is and just write out the Spanish subs for it, I don't know if I can do much for you in return, like, but yeah, I'd greatly appreciate that. You can just do it. It'd be lovely. Carolina Jimenez, Manga Banga, says Scarlett Johansson or Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy? Let me just remind myself of who that is. Ah, excellent. Does she strike you as one of the, because she's more of a comedienne, but does she strike you as one of the most beautiful women in film? Because, you know, she's got a pretty face, like she's got really big dimples, but she's been in a lot of films where she doesn't look pretty, or like the character that she plays doesn't. Well done for going for a big lady, and she's got a great personality apparently. Well done, can of Coke. Let's go back to Pixel Min says, "Hey Mikey, how are you?" Not too bad, Pixel Min, just waking up, just, you know, sipping that butter like everybody. It's been a while since I last commented on a DWM, and at the moment I'm just sipping tea while staring at your art. I don't know any hot female actors, but if I may state a good actor, it would be David Tennant from Doctor Who. Ah, there's been a lot of Tennant fans out there, I know. Also, are you planning to do a fake anime screenshot in the future? Oh! Pixel Min, yeah, maybe. I just want to, like, you know, do more colourful art, just expand the range, really. Redline was like pod racing from Star Wars 1, but sicker. Also, I think Initial D was sick as well. And Juggernaut Dive. Oh, okay, excellent, thank you. And Kurt Baker says, Mikey, you should play Detroit Become Human. It's made by the same people that made Heavy Rain. Cheers from the hashtag Hardcore Crew. Anyway, my hottest actress, cheers by the way, would be Elizabeth Olsen. And for actor, it would be Hugh Jackman. Excellent suggestions. I've mentioned this before, like I've talked to some people on stream about Detroit Become Human. Heavy Rain was okay, but you know what? I don't like the way Heavy Rain was really set up. The more I played that game, the more I just realised all of those kind of fucking quick time events, it didn't matter if you pressed the button or not, like the next chapter's still going to happen. And I just, like, at first I was really curious, because you know there'll be like a scene where you're just in your kitchen and you've got to go to the fridge and pull out the food and put the food in the microwave and prepare it until someone sit down to eat and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is very novel. And then after a while I was just like, fuck, no, I don't want to have to shake the controller to get a packet out of a cupboard and then tilt the controller left and repeatedly tap X to set the timer on a microwave. It was just bullshit, you know what I mean? That wasn't actually a very interesting or enjoyable gaming experience. The more I look back on it, Heavy Rain, the story and the idea of what they were doing was great, but it turns out I don't like useless quick time action like that where you're just performing tasks which you can do at a tap of a button. It's a waste. That's not a good gaming experience. And because of that, I'm actually a little bit hesitant of Detroit Become Human, because I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I want to play a game which is really just me watching a story, but with very little game-like interaction. At least Deus Ex Human Revolution only had a little bit of that. It was a very measured-out game that had lots of elements from loads of different things. It never really committed to being any one thing, old Deus Ex. I appreciate for some people it came off as a bit flat, but I think it did that whole kind of nature way better than things like Heavy Rain. Even though Heavy Rain I appreciate is a really good game, it's just not the type of game that I love. Oh, sidetrack, sorry to go on a little ramble. Jay Horner says, hi Mikey, hi Jay. Oh, you put hi Jay. Put this on more doodling and an hour passed in no time. Excellent stuff. I like to, just make that day go a little quicker for you guys. Can we all appreciate how beautiful Michelle Pfeiffer is in Batman Returns? Meow! Michelle Pfeiffer Batman Returns is one of the best suggestions so far. Oh, young Jay had some wonderful and confusing feelings back then. Young Jay, you and me both, mate. Yes. Well done, Jay. Thanks for commenting. Dino Hunter 654. We're getting a little bit pushed for time, guys. Oh, wow. This episode, I mean, for you guys, it might be long. I'm sorry, but this has gone really, really quickly. I've barely touched my buttery coffee. But I am going to just start to speed through and try to just pick out the names really quickly, just so I can catch as many of you as possible. Tokyo Ghoul, I haven't seen it yet, Dino Hunter 654. Pop and Lemonades. I could have sworn I commented in last week's video, but I couldn't see it. Well, thank you very much for diving back in. Best scene is Rey and Ava from Neon Genesis Evangelion turning into an actual angel before exploding. Oh, shit. And Redline, pretty much all of it. Yes, Pop and Lemonade, thank you very much. Netsbuster asks if I can stream more. Yeah, I will try my best. I stream at least twice a week at the moment. I do aim for free, but I'm not going to set myself a strict Twitch schedule just yet until I'm kind of settled down. Inkstain says you really nailed the Yoko piece. Thank you very much, dude. That's really kind. And Kanati says Olivia Newton-John from Anything from Greece onwards. Added. Thank you very much. Vanessa Hudgens all day and every day says Stanced R33. I can't quite put a face to that. I've definitely heard of that name, but let me just Google her. Yes! Oh, she's a beauty. Absolutely. And Shadow Walker says Elizabeth Hurley. Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley, there was a TV show which literally used her as an example of having the most perfect face, the most scaled, symmetrical, the ratio to eyes to nose and all that, and smile being all as it should be. And she was great in Austin Powers as well. So hot in that. I definitely fancied her when Austin Powers came out in the cinema. Harley Quinn for me says easy game. Harley Quinn? Do you mean like a Harley Quinn as played by whatever her name is in the last film? Or like Harley Quinn just for character? And Julianne Moore. Oh, Marianne Stowe from 12 Monkeys. 11 Gingin. Yes. Julianne Moore from Everything. Michelle Pfeiffer. Yep. Yes. I love these suggestions. Let's go. How are we doing for time? Okay, we're good. Let's go. What was that anime with a guy who wore a suit and a tie but also had a giant robot mech that looked like a robot in a suit and tie? I think it was Robo Bobo or something like that. Culture Tyrant 95, who came up with that comment. Are you sure you're not just thinking of Big O? Because that sounds like Big O to me. Is it really gothic noir? The Gaming Poo says, the Gaming Poo, I like your name, says, Mikey, it's my first time in the comment section, but I'm an old sub. Oh, excellent, dude. Welcome on in, yeah. We get loads of lurkers and people who just like to listen. Absolutely fine, they just like the radio effect. But if you do have something to say, don't be shy. Like, this isn't like some kind of in-crowd club. Sure, we've got the hashtag hardcore crew, they are a bit special. But you can be a hashtag hardcore very easily just by hanging around. So don't be scared to comment if there's anything you want to add in. Iceman110 says, it was truly amazing when Akame finally showed the true power of her trump card and cut herself with Murasame. Oh, God. Oh, God, and by that time, spoiler alert, isn't like everybody else dead in the show. Oh, messed up. A lot of feels there. Master Fox 222 says, these creative process videos are great to really get into your head. Oh, excellent, dude. I'm glad you kind of like the slower version of me just kind of cracking on. And Crimson Razor says, yes, please, I'm a huge fan of your work. Oh, thank you very much, Crimson. Your awesome tutorials have helped improve my art. Thanks so much, dude. And as I said on Instagram, mikeymegamega rules. Oh, dude, you're too kind. Thank you so much, man. Thanks a million for the inspiration of my improvement. Yes. How to put it? Some of my friends do, like, really good, if that makes sense, in the world. Like, they do good stuff that helps people, which I think is just fucking impressive. And I'm not very proactive that way. I do know that, like, before I die, I'm going to need to go off and do some serious charity work or something, like make the world just ever so slightly better than before I went in it. You know what I mean? Just what kind of a footprint do you leave on the world when you die and all that sort of stuff. I do think it's relatively important, but the best that I can do at the moment is a little bit of artwork, making art more accessible, because I know for a lot of people who get troubles, like, they find it really therapeutic. If you lose yourself in some artwork, it can really help with stress and other things. It's got loads of therapy applications, so I'm a big believer in that personally. So that's my version of the good that I can do, just trying to, like, get some of you lot into drawing if I can. I'll kind of lure you in with the boobs a little bit in the thumbnails, but before you know it, I'm actually going to teach you how to draw really good, and then mark you and your lives forever. That's about all I can offer the world right now. Beast Mod MC says, I really like the pose Ri-El takes when she takes out her sword. It also reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist type poses. Also, I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Olsen in the Avengers. In the Avengers? Elizabeth Olsen? Who? Excuse me, Vanessa Hudgens. Let's go into Google. Oh, yes. Wait. Is she one of the Olsen twins? Or is that something else? No. Is Elizabeth... Wait. I've clearly never looked up the name of the actress that plays Scarlet Witch before. Siblings, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Oh, there's loads of them. There's loads of Olsens, everybody. I had no idea. There's Olsens everywhere. Oh, Jesus. Wow, I'd never put two and two together before. I had no idea they were all related. Holy shit. Beast, thank you. How are we doing for time? Okay, just a couple more, guys. Sketchcat, hey, says Scarlett Johansson and John Wayne and Chris Evans. Good suggestions. Ragamuffin with a pencil says, I want a tutorial, please, on completely understanding poses and how the rest of the body reacts to changes in a pose. Ragamuffin. Big topic. We'll come back to it. You like Holland Roden, says Pengzo. Who is that? Control C. Back to Google. Images. Oh, wow. She's got some eyebrows which are both kept and unkept all at the same time. That's incredible. Okay, great. She's got really striking eyes. We'll go for her. Control C. Thank you very much for the suggestion. And can we fit in a couple more? Yes, we can. Milja Jokovic and Jessica Biel says Skull. Not too bad. Jessica Biel with a cowboy hat in... Oh my god. Yes, Jessica... I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, Skull. And let's just Control C. And Alex the Great says, Mikey, I'm getting stuck between a drawing tablet and starting digital art, or getting Copic markers and continuing with traditional. I've never done digital art before, but I really want to. And Copic, a pack of 72 Copics cost about as much as a tablet. Yeah, you're not lying, mate. Any suggestions? Alex the Great, I would suggest find a place where you can have a go on a digital art tablet without actually paying for it. Like maybe there's like a Wacom center somewhere, maybe there's a try before you buy place, maybe you know somebody who's got a digital tablet. Sit down and have a go for an evening, not just for 5 minutes, but see what you think before you kind of throw a lot of money at it, basically, and watch loads of reviews. You know, get a feel for the lay of the land on that sort of thing. Nick Zhang says Alicia Vikander in Tomb Raider was pretty hot. I'm not sure. I didn't mind Alicia Vikander in Tomb Raider at all. Nothing against her. I didn't have any issues with her performance. But, you know, it's a classic situation. It's a video game adaptation movie. This one was better than some of them. But the problem is it wasn't particularly iconic, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you say Tomb Raider in film, everybody's still mostly thinking of... oh, shit. I took her suggestion from you guys like right at the beginning of this very episode. You know, World War Z main actor's wife in real life, even though I think they're divorced now. Her. Really good one. Anyway, oh god, let's just skip that because I can't even fucking remember. Kate Upton in any movie, says Yato Proven. Okay. Kate Upton? I recognise all the names, but I can't put faces to them. Wait, Kate Upton? Isn't she that awful human? Let me have a look. Oh no, she's not. Okay, that's great. Sure. Who was I thinking of? I'm sure there's this horrible lady from daytime TV. She's like a right-wing British woman. And she just has awful opinions for money, basically. She's not a very nice woman. Maybe she got kicked out of South Africa recently. Maybe you know who I'm talking about. And, oh, we're getting really short of time. Let's fit in one. Manic Q, I love your positivity, Mikey. Thank you. It's just me panic putting an episode together. Kate Beckinsdale. Do I need to say more? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, okay, one more. I'm just going to do a quick scroll down. Sorry, guys. There's loads of really good comments in this episode. I can see, quite a few essays going on as well. I'm seeing lots of Scarlett Johanssons. No, I haven't watched Overlord Season 3, JC. Not just yet. Any Germans in here? That's just a random question somebody's asked. Good for you. Oh my god, there's loads, guys. There's really loads of fantastic suggestions in here. Okay, Cara Delevingne and Amelia Clark, says the Asylum Child. Also, excellent suggested ladies. They've got similar styles. Oh, Clara's got hell of an eyebrow situation. Okay, guys. That is it for the episode, in that we are coming right up to that hour mark again. Thank you so much for joining me again. Anybody who both just listens along, thanks for just clicking that button. It really helps me out on the old YouTube. And anybody who's commenting and getting involved, you know, I bloody love you guys. It's nice to have this interaction and this chat. Don't forget, I'm often on Twitch these days live if you ever want to say hello on there. But if you like things in the old DWM, don't worry, because so do I. However, the only reason why we can make all of this happen, you guys know it, is because some of you guys support me on Patreon. You do get art rewards, not safe for work stuff, and alternative copies of stuff that I basically make on here, but really it's you guys helping me out, and I bloody love you for it. So let's have a really quick shout out to Tom KG. Tom KG again with a different email address, so I'm not sure if these are two different people on a big fluke or what's going on there, but thank you. Moral Muffin, Ezrael DC, Mazzino, Mad Duck, The Travelling Wolf, Joe R, Garrett C, Ryder2KX, Michael S, Trent H, Gabriel C, Raymond G, Jorgen A, Wes B, Connor M, Julio Felix O, Rob, Kamari J. Oh, such a buttery Patreon crowd. Cache Commando, Grizzly, Matthew G, Simon B, Gareth, Taylor S, Homongchi L, Thomas C, Angry Hermit, Ollie, Garrett, Christian L, Minion715, ICZ, Wendell S, Zahaki, Fatness Rombly, Kurt D, Zoe T, and LMA Gamer. You guys are the higher end patrons on Patreon. I'm of course doing the Patreon uploads across this week at the moment, just getting them out of the way. Thank you so much as ever for sticking through with the support, especially after I had that massive quiet patch a bit earlier in the year. A lot of you guys really just kind of stayed in, and that really means the world to me personally, basically, because I know, and I wouldn't expect any less, but I know a lot of you guys are on Patreon because you get all of the extra art rewards, and that's totally fine. But a massive crowd of you kind of still hung around even when things were a little bit sketchy, and that hits me right in the field, so I've got to be perfectly honest. So you guys have yourselves a bloody lovely week, and yeah, if you can, tag me in any drawings that you might be doing. I completely forgot we asked about that. And basically, yeah, guys, just have a bloody lovely week. Take care.